So, what have you learned about the publishing industry or the marketing that you had to do that you didn't know before? Because now you've had to do a different kind of marketing.
The publishing world, it changes, and it changes all the time, and so there's a lot to learn about that. At conferences, there's large publishing houses and smaller presses represented. And most people want to go with the larger house. But now what's happened is they're kind of like pulling back, and they're keeping their current authors, and they're not really signing on very many new authors. And so
they do, but not on a wide scale.
Right, right. So if you're just getting started, there is probably more openness in the smaller presses.
More opportunity.
Yeah. So, and not a vanity press, not somebody that you're going to have to pay.
Yeah, you don't want to pay them. They need to be paying you.
Right, right. So anyway, and right now that's a comfortable place for me to be, is with a smaller press. But regardless of how you do this, whether it's the larger houses, a smaller press, or even self-publishing, you're going to have to do the marketing.
Right. And everyone does their marketing. The publishing houses do not do it for you. You need to be able to have marketing skills, social media. You might want to create ads. Go on hire book tour companies to help you go on blog tours, but you really have to learn the business side of writing in addition to the writing craft.
So you need a Facebook author page, not just your personal page. You need to be on Goodreads. BookBub, I think, is good, and I'm still learning that one, but that's a place for authors and readers, and they can do some good things, and they have ads too. Amazon has ads, and so does Facebook. But the rules always seem to be changing.
And there's always new platforms coming out, and there's always new opportunities. And so a really good thing is to join writer groups, online and in person, and talk to them about marketing. Lots of authors sometimes join together for joint promotional posts. I know Jeri was part of one, right? Where she met others through the BookBub, was it?
It was actually other authors through Winged Publications.
Through Winged Publications.
One of the authors had learned a way to do this certain kind of ad thing, and so I joined. $10 got me about 200 followers on BookBub, so that was very worth it.
Right. So there's always new ideas and new promotional tactics that you can learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, okay, how has an author led you to do more public speaking, or stepping up to be a co-leader of a writing group and do public events? Did you ever think you would be doing these things?
My idea of writing was kind of like Jane Austen, off in your little room in the corner and writing about things and not having to do this. I remember being at a writers' conference and having some of the presenters talk about that you're going to have to do public speaking. And I thought, that's right up there with going to the dentist. I mean, it's just not a favorite thing. But as I've done different things, it's become easier, and I realized that if I'm speaking something I'm passionate about, then I can do it. Then I can get over that hump. And so I have talked at a readers group, and a couple of us were actually at a Christmas festival. And they actually let us have the stage where we took turns with the microphone and talking about our stories and stuff. And that was for the Christmas of Hope anthology. And that was kind of fun and an interesting thing to have happen. And so, and I have done some teaching at our local group, and mostly about getting published through magazines and articles, because I did that first, and that was a good way to learn to write tight, and how to work with publishers, and those were good experiences, and don't overlook those markets because they reach thousands of people.
And
so.
It gives you credits,
Yes.
writing credits.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that did make a difference when I would go to talk to an agent or an editor and say, I've been published with the Bible Advocate and with Brio magazine, and it's just like, oh, okay, because that shows that I can write. So.
Right.